morning, lovely people, or evening, whatever, the usual, whenever you're watching this. So, update on school, TEAS exam, all that stuff of what's going on. So, I did take my TEAS exam already. It wasn't, like, I scheduled it, took it the same week, and that was that. I needed to be done with it. So at first I had plans on kind of doing it a little bit like how I did the HESI for you guys, where I went over what I was studying, how I studied for it. But truthfully, I did not really study for it, especially once I found out it was reading, English, math, and science, I think, were the 4. So, like, once I found that out, I was just like, yeah. So I took maybe, like, I seriously Googled practice TEAS exams, and I think I maybe took 2, and that was genuinely it. I feel like the practice TEAS exams that I found, they basically gave me a insight on pretty much what I was going to need to be looking for, as far as what was going to be on the exam, but they did not tell me what was actually going to be on the exam. I saw some people say that if you pay for the study information that they have for the TEAS exam, a lot of the questions on that practice stuff is verbatim what's on the actual TEAS exam, which, I mean, if you want to do that, by all means, but don't quote me on this, but I think the practice stuff was like $200, and I was like, I already was kind of irritated about paying $115 for the actual exam, so I dang sure didn't want to pay another $200 for the practice material. You can also buy the TEAS exam study book, all that, but like I said, I didn't do any of it because it was seriously just like I need to get it done last minute type of thing. So I did get a 82% on the exam. I am categorized in the advanced category for the TEAS exam. So I was like, okay, cool. So what I will tell you that you will need to know when it comes to like the English part, you will need to know like your verbs, your adverbs, adjectives, like all that type of stuff, because they will give you a sentence and they'll ask you, let's like say for example, the sentence may be something like Johnny happily jumped over the seesaw. It will ask you what is happily in the sentence, and it will be like verb, adverb, adjective, blah blah blah, and you have to pick which one it is. For that, everything else is like, it is some like, I think, was it synonyms in there too? I think it was. It mainly asked you from mine. I can't speak on everybody's, but from mine, it would ask me like, what is the word silently in a sentence, or what is the word joy in a sentence, like stuff like that. Like it would give you a sentence and then ask you about one of the words in a sentence. And then for the reading, of course, it would give you a passage and it would ask you, what is the summary of the passage? What is the point of the passage? Is the passage to persuade, inform, so on and so forth, like stuff like that. Science, of course, that would ask. Some of the stuff was kind of like, it would ask you to define a few things. So like, it didn't ask this, but it would ask like, what does anatomy mean, or which is the study of plant life, or something like that. Like it would ask that type of stuff. I'm trying to give you as close to examples without giving you the actual questions, because of course, per the usual, if I tell you guys anything, if for whatever reason they decide to drop down on my lovely little video, I can get in trouble for it. But this is kind of like the stuff that they're asking. But with math, you will need to know, of course, addition, subtractions. You will need to know how to solve for X. So, and like when I say solve for X, like, you know how when it's like 3X plus 8 equals 7x or something like that. Like those type of solve for x's. You will need to know how to do the thing where it has the, I don't even know what the problems are called, but we used to call them the please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, where it has the parentheses and the x's, exponents, all that type of stuff. You will need to know how to do that. Fractions, decimals. Damn it, I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, ratios. That's all I can. Oh, I did have some on there about the about triangles and solving for what is it called? Is it the hypotenuse? Child, listen, it's been a while. I forgot. I'm pretty sure that's one of them I got wrong. I ain't even gonna front on it because I could not remember like those formulas. It's been, seriously, even though I took college algebra, it feels like it's been since high school since I did that. And y'all know I'd have been out of high school 11 years. Oh yeah, then it will ask you about pi and your diameters and areas and stuff like that. So all that type of stuff. So just brush up on it and at least remember your formulas. If you remember your formulas, you're good. You are allowed to have a blank sheet of scratch paper. So like what I did, I just got me a blank. I was writing everything down, y'all. Let me tell you, I was writing it all down. So I would just like I would kind of write the questions down in ways that it registered in my brain. And then they don't allow you to highlight. Well, they allow you to, but I don't know if they would mark against you for it, think you're cheating. So I didn't. Because normally what I do is when I'm reading the sentence, I would hover my mouse over, and if it's anything in the sentence that I feel like is important, I highlight it with the mouse. But I didn't do that because they were like, don't highlight, don't right click, don't this, don't that. So I was like, okay, well, I don't want to risk them kicking me out of the exam and I lose my money because they think I'm cheating, even though I'm not. So I didn't do that. So I just, whenever it was a word that I thought was important, I would write it down and underline it on my scratch paper. So I would know, okay, this word in the sentence, in my opinion, was important. So let me hold on to this word so I can try to, decipher this question however best I need to. What else? I'm kind of thinking that's really it. When it comes to your math, like honestly, if you've taken the HESI, you'll do fine because it's honestly the same stuff. Your ratios, decimals, fractions, know your pi for your diameter or circumference and stuff like that. Like super like, I guess kind of basic algebra. It's not basic math, basic algebra or whatever. And so I had to like really dig down in my brain because I was like, I ain't did this stuff in a long time. Like, they need to only give this stuff to kids that's fresh out of high school, ma'am, because Lord. But yeah, so that's pretty much what it was. Like I said, science, just kind of brush up over basic science and a little bit of anatomy and physiology. But for mine, it didn't really ask me any of that. Like how at least the when I took the HESI, it did ask me a little bit more over, how many bones are in the body, like different stuff like that. This one didn't ask me that. Now it could be just I didn't get those type of questions, but it didn't ask me any of those type of things. So I'm trying to give you guys a real deal Holyfield on what it asked me. I can't, because honestly, when I went, after I registered for the test, I went Googling trying to see, or not Googling, but I was looking on YouTube trying to see like if there were videos out there with people kind of telling you what was on the exam. I could not find anybody telling me what was on the exam. Like not telling me verbatim like this question was there, but just kind of an idea. Everybody that I would see was basically trying to sell me stuff like, buy this system and it will help you pass the exam, or I got 80% because I use this study website for $49.99 a month. Like, no, just kind of let me know on what I need to brush up on for people who don't have extra money to pay for different study tools, and let me make the determination. if you want to buy any of those study tools, I do feel like that they could be useful, because like when I took the HESI, that UWorld that I used was very helpful. Like I feel like it is why that I passed my NCLEX exam in the minimum amount of questions, genuinely. So certain times I do recommend, but at the same time, like, give me some help. Let me use the book. Something. Give me some, cheaper or free 99. So yeah, so that's all that I have for you guys today. Just wanted to let you guys know that. So from here, I have to register for my, I think it's government and chemistry class. So I will be doing that next week. I have some other things going on this week, which you guys will see the video coming up. That'll be up next week. So I have some stuff coming up next week, and then I'll get that registered. So yeah, but thank you guys so very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.